You are currently trapped in a linear survival loop where your bank account hits zero the second you stop working. Renting out your brain and body for a paycheck isn't a career strategy. It's a modern form of financial tethering. If you don't own the system, you are the system. Most people focus on earning a higher hourly wage, but the truly wealthy focus on decoupling their time from their income entirely. While you sell your hours to the highest bidder, others are building scalable intellectual property, digital code, and automated assets that grow while they sleep. It's time to stop laboring and start owning. In an economy that rewards leverage over labor, relying on your physical presence to generate wealth is the most dangerous risk you can take. Today, we are breaking down the psychological trap of the salary, the mechanics of modern leverage, and the exact roadmap to transition from a rented skill to an asset owner. If you are ready to break the loop, hit that subscribe button right now. We deconstruct the architecture of wealth every week. Drop a comment below saying, "Asset owner," if you're ready to exit the matrix. Let's dive in. Section 1. The Trap of the Linear Survival Loop. Let's look at the harsh, mathematical reality of the modern economy. From the day you enter the school system, you are conditioned for one specific transaction: how to become a highly efficient product to be bought by a corporation. You are taught to polish your resume, accumulate degrees, and market your skills to the highest bidder. But here is the structural flaw in that blueprint. Skills are a depreciating asset if they require your physical presence to execute. When you rent out your skills, whether you are a construction worker earning $20 an hour or a corporate lawyer billing $500 an hour, the fundamental math remains identical. It is linear. If you work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. If you get sick, if you burn out, or if you simply want to take a 6-month sabbatical to see the world, the revenue engine grinds to a violent halt. Your wealth is entirely dependent on your physical stamina and your time. This is what we call the linear survival loop. It creates a deep, subconscious anxiety. Even high-earning professionals making 6 figures live with the quiet dread that they are only a few missed paychecks away from financial instability. Why? Because they do not own anything that generates value independently of their heartbeat. They are elite laborers, but they are still just laborers. The moment you stop selling your time, the illusion of your wealth vanishes. Section 2. Why the wealthy decouple time from income. Now, let's pivot and look at the opposite side of the spectrum. How do the truly wealthy view the world? They don't look for jobs. They look for equity, scale, and systems. The wealth gap revelation isn't about how much money is in your bank account right now. It's about how that money got there. The wealthy understand that time is the only truly finite resource in human existence. No matter how smart, talented, or hard-working you are, you only have 24 hours in a day. If your income is bound to your time, your earning potential has a hard, unbreakable ceiling. To break through that ceiling, you must decouple your time from your income. While the average person spends their weekends trying to optimize their hourly rate, the asset owner is building scalable intellectual property, digital products, real estate portfolios, or automated tech systems. Think about it this way. If a software engineer spends 6 months building an application that automates data entry for small businesses, they can sell that software to 10,000 people simultaneously. The software doesn't sleep. It doesn't ask for a raise. It doesn't get tired. The engineer worked hard once, but the asset sells forever. That is the fundamental difference between labor and leverage. One relies on effort. The other relies on architecture. Section 3. The danger of relying on labor in an AI economy. Relying purely on your physical presence and rented skills has always been limiting, but in today's tech landscape, it is outright dangerous. We have entered an era dominated by hyper-leverage, automation, and advanced artificial intelligence. If your entire economic value is based on you executing a repetitive skill, Whether that's writing code, analyzing documents, designing graphics, or managing logistics, you are competing against systems that can do your job 1,000 times faster for a fraction of the cost. In an economy that rewards leverage over labor, the person who merely operates the skill is highly vulnerable. The person who owns the AI system, the proprietary data, or the platform that coordinates the labor is the one who captures all the upside. When a company automates a department, the employees don't get a bonus for the increased efficiency. They get laid off. The profits go directly to the shareholders and the asset owners. This isn't a malicious conspiracy. It is the natural physics of capitalism. If you don't own a piece of the machinery, you are constantly at the mercy of the market's technological evolution. You cannot outwork an algorithm. Your only move is to own the platform the algorithm runs on. Section 4. The pivot. Moving from hired skill to asset owner. So, how do you actually make the shift? How do you move from being a rented skill to a sovereign asset owner? It doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow and risk everything. It starts with a radical shift in how you allocate your spare time and capital. There are 4 primary forms of leverage you can start building right now. Asterisk code and software. Building tools, apps, or digital systems that solve problems automatically. Asterisk content and intellectual property. Writing books, creating video libraries, or developing frameworks that can be consumed by millions without your presence. Asterisk capital. Investing your earned income into stocks, real estate, or businesses where money works for you. Asterisk labor. Systems building a team or using automated tools to manage operations so you can focus purely on strategy. If you currently have a specialized skill, stop thinking of it as your job. Start thinking of it as the raw fuel to fund your assets. Use your day job to pay your bills, but use your nights to package your knowledge into something scalable. If you are a graphic designer, don't just take freelance clients. Build a library of premium templates and assets that people can buy while you sleep. If you are a financial analyst, build an automated tracking dashboard and sell it as a subscription. Turn your labor into a product. Section 5. The ultimate. The conclusion is simple, but it requires courage to accept. True financial sovereignty only comes when you pivot from being a hired skill to an asset owner. You have to stop trading your life force for a number on a screen that disappears the moment you take your foot off the gas. Learn to build systems that work harder than you ever could. If this video was the reality check you needed today, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who is currently trapped in the hourly loop. Make sure to check out the pinned comment below for our deep dive guide on building scalable digital leverage this year. Subscribe to keep formatting your mind for true asset ownership, and I'll see you in the next breakdown. Stop renting your mind. Start building your kingdom.